Look at us in New York.
Look at you. Yep, this is a good color on you.
This is for you.
I love it. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you go?
Appreciate it.
Is it 40? You're 42, right?
I'm 42.
We're the same age. I turned 42 this year.
So I heard.
Yeah.
And it's great over here. Like,
I love 40s.
40s is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what the 40s are? An exhale. Yeah? Yeah. It's an exhale.
Yeah, you can breathe.
Yeah, you're just like, you know what? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm better in my 40s.
Did you have a good party?
I had a very nice party back in Miami.
Yeah.
With friends and family on the beach because I love the water.
Okay.
And so I wanted to have the water next to me and a nice little tinted dinner.
Yeah.
Some music, a vibe. Easy.
Dinner on the beach?
Yeah.
Sexy birthday.
Kinda.
Yeah, I like it. All right, well, Dwyane had a special serenade at his party. This is a weird segue, but whatever. We have a clip of it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
It makes you want to have more children. Like, it's like they're so cute like that. That was a surprise, right?
I had no idea. I didn't know she can hit that daddy note. I didn't.
Yeah.
Like, that was a note right there.
And when she says daddy, it crushes you and puts you back together.
Yeah, she does it. I mean, obviously when I look at her, I see my face and my body and all the things, but like just, you know, her love for me is unmatched.
Oh,
so,
it's so cool.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Beautiful soul. She has a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
Like I love her. So.
And there's something so innocent and pure when children sing. Like they're not thinking about anything else other than that it feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not jaded by anything yet. Yeah.
Like, I had no idea. Like, you know, we play around, but like I know
Yeah.
she's gonna grab the microphone and just tell everybody to be quiet and do a thing.
Yeah, she was like, my moment.
Yeah, she waited. Like, y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will wait till I'm respected.
Yeah.
It's like a teacher.
That's copy, everybody.
Yeah. So wait, you were just in Miami, but you were also recently honored in Miami, right?
I was.
Yeah. How was that?
I was honored with a statue.
I know. So that's crazy.
Yes. Thank you.
There's a bronze statue of you. Did you have any input on this statue, by the way?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
I knew before the audience knew.
Yeah.
I had to sit down with the heat, but it was great to share it in Miami with the audience, with the fan base that's been there. Like that statue is all of our statue.
Yeah.
Like we all are invested in the Miami Heat putting that statue up, and so the fact that it's going to happen later this year, it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, of course I'm excited and all the things, but it's kind of weird too. Like
there's a statue of you.
Who thinks you like? What's a statue?
I don't know. It's not many people have one.
Right, like I know like monuments. I don't know like you know like it's not. I'm alive, and so
I'm alive.
You know what I mean?
I am not dead yet.
No, like normally like when you think of monuments.
I'm alive, so.
And I'm like 42, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting a statue. Like I feel like I should be older. In my
I feel like
life.
every time you go to Miami, you have to take a picture with it.
Yeah.
Because you are alive.
Well,
so.
I told them I was asking them like, what are you guys gonna do at nighttime when people want to come and enjoy themselves by my statue?
Yeah, light it up.
Yeah, and they was like, well, we may have security, may not. I was like, well, I'm talking about myself. Like, I may come at like 2 in the morning and like...
And be like, damn, I got a statue.
Yeah, bring my music and, you know, do my TikToks in front of my own statue.
Exactly. Or your podcast.
Or my podcast, right out there.
Here's the why. I got a statue. Yeah.
Welcome to the Y.
Yeah, welcome to the Y.
Right behind me.
I got a statue. I want a statue. So we were talking about in the break a little bit. I want to first get to your podcast. I love the Y. That's what it's called. How did you come up with the name?
Because it's something I've been dealing with my entire life. My name has been misspelled.
By
no matter
me.
where I go. No matter where I go in life.
Yep.
All the way to the Hall of Fame. They will still misspell my name. People always put D-W-A-Y. Mine is D-W-Y-A. And so I'm taking my Y back.
Okay.
Right? In my name. And so if you see my podcast, you see my logo, it's after the W, it's D-W-Y. And so you see the logo, the Y is what's highlighted.
Yeah.
And so, and also too, the why. Like your why in life continues to evolve, it continues to change. And so it's something that I felt was great to be able to talk to with guests. Like
it's
right
a
now,
brilliant conversation topic. Like just for even if you're at a dinner, like, oh, why did you want to do this? Or why are you in this relationship? Or why? Like all the things.
It can go so many different ways.
Yeah.
So the why with Dwyane Wade.
Are your conversations, do they go in just such different directions depending on who you have on, obviously?
Yeah, like asking Pat Riley his why at roughly 80 years old and asking Carmelo Anthony, who just retired from the game of basketball, his why. it's two totally different whys, right? And two different ways to look at it, life.
Yeah.
You know, because Pat's looking back on life and Melo's looking with, you know, what he has ahead of him. And so it's so interesting to kind of go with that question, the why.
I know, it's brilliant. I thought it was really smart. When did you think you wanted to start producing movies? Because you got 2 documentaries out right now. One's Oscar nominated. That's incredible. Yeah, so why did you get what I did there? Why did you go into producing? Was this important?
Promotion for the why.
I know, I'm going to be your street team. I'm your street team, yeah.
So I feel that I've been a storyteller my entire life. For me to be able to accomplish things that I have in life, I had to tell myself the most unbelievable story ever.
Yeah.
And so, but there's other people out here who are great storytellers and have amazing stories. And so to have the platform that we have, to be able to uplift and to be able to highlight and to be able to be a part of those stories that you identify with, to me was very important.
Yeah.
With both of the docs that you just talked about, both of the shorts, the dads, What's Up Crew?
Yeah.
And Barbara Little Rock. These are things that I personally identify with, whether it's the community I grew up with that is very similar to the Barbara of Little Rock.
Yeah.
And also being a father of Dwyane Wade, who is transgender. They deal with that with dads in the community. And I was actually a little jealous that I wasn't there because I'm like, I need that community.
Yeah.
I need a community of fathers who I can ask questions to, I can throw things off of. So it's just things I identify with, and I want to be behind them and support.
So, like, why tell the Barbara story? Like, why, how do you pick and choose? Is it because it was personal? Is this one?
Yeah, it's because it's personal. My partner, John Marcus, and I, we sit down and we say, what do we want our ethos to be as 59th and Prairie? And 59th Prairie is where I grew up. I grew up 5901 South Prairie, Chicago. Yeah. And so I try to think about that community. I try to think about that neighborhood. I try to think about that young kid or whatever, right? And I try to pick stories that kind of identifies with what, you know, our ethos is. And so Arlo Washington, shout out to Arlo Washington, who he's a barber. And if anybody know anything about a barber,
they hear everything, first of all.
Everything, but they're the safe haven in communities. They're the place where you feel the safest going, especially when you don't have a lot of outlets like they don't have in Little Rock, Arkansas. And so for what he's done in the barbershop community by sending over 1,500 adults to school, but also, too, what he did by starting this People's Trust, which is a nonprofit bank for his community. So people can start small businesses, so people can have money to be able to pay their bills, right? And so he is an economic warrior. He is what the community needs. He's what our community needs.
Investing in his community.
He's investing in his community with his time, with his resources, with his finances, with his relationships. And it's beautiful. He's a hero. Well,
also the dads, the documentary. So we have them here actually. So the dads, there we go. Yep.
What's up, dads?
And we have the film's director, Lucina Fisher, in our audience, as well as the dads. So explain the documentary. Like, how does it play out, dads?
So the dads, they get together. So it's a fishing trip. And I don't know if all you guys fish, like if everyone fish, right? Like, it's not something we grew up doing. But it's a fishing trip. And then, you know, you start, as you watch it, it's only like 10, 11 minutes max. And as you start watching it, it's just about having a community, right? They're sitting around the table. They're, you know, after they fish, they go and they cook the fish together. They sit around the table. They start talking about their kids. They start talking about their journey as well. Like, your kids have a journey. As a dad, you have a journey. And so just to be able to sit and be expressive, right? And sometimes it's hard for men, right? Just going back to the masculinity, like, you don't want to hear me be expressive or be what is perceived as weak. But to be around the table, to be around that pond and be able to fish and be expressive and be vulnerable with what you're dealing with as a parent in this world. And ultimately, you just want to love. You just want everybody else to love. But that's not the world we live in, right? And so it was great just to see them together and just to see that community. Like I said, I was like, I need that. Like, I need that community as well, because sometimes you feel like you out here on your own, supporting your child, loving
and nobody
them.
understands.
And
like,
no one understands.
Yeah. Oh no, I think it's important, and also, I think we can be that world. I am a positive person, but we can be that world, but we need things like this. It's just simply about loving whoever they came out to be. You know what I'm saying? They came out of the womb, whoever they are. Like, it's that easy. Like, we like to complicate the hell out of stuff, but like, it's that easy.
It's that easy.
Yeah. What's something that you want to do? What's a dream project? You're doing so much. You've done so much in your life. You're only 42. So what's like something like a dream that you want to do and accomplish?
I got to be ready. We were just talking about this backstage. Before I say that, I got to be ready for that dream. I think the one thing about it, we all dream for things and we all want things, but we may not be ready for it when it comes. And so I don't know what it looks like yet. I would
love
love
that. You don't
to
put the
work on your
pressure on
album
anyone.
with you if you.
Hey! If you're a producer, I was like,
I can talk in the background.
I like it. I
You
like
know
it.
what I mean?
We
So-
need another commercial break. You can see The Dads on Netflix, everybody. Dwyane's Oscar-nominated film, The Barber of Little Rock, is also streaming on the New Yorker's YouTube channel. Check that out. And his podcast, The Why with Dwyane Wade, you've got to check that out. It's available wherever you get your podcasts.